Hey folks, welcome to another day, another unboxing, and today we've got the Nubia Red Magic 3. That's right, the Red Magic 3. Remember earlier this year I unboxed the Red Magic Mars, which was a pretty affordable sub $400 gaming phone with a Snapdragon 845. Very similar to the Pocophone F1, but more gaming oriented with shoulder buttons and everything. This is the next version of that with a Snapdragon 855, and it's only been like 2 months or something since, or 3 months since this was announced. So let's have a look at the box real quick. Logo here, nothing much on the sides. We've got some IMA stickers back here. And then here are the details. Qualcomm Snapdragon 855 high efficiency cooling fan. Yes, this is the first phone with a fan built in. Unlike the Asus ROG phone, this doesn't have it as an accessory, it's built in. You've got a 6.65-inch display, 5,000 milliamp hour battery, 48 megapixel rear camera. I'm not sure if this is Sony's famous IMX586 sensor. Shoulder triggers are back. You've got eSports RGB strip like the other one did. And you've got dual stereo speakers, 4D haptic vibration, whatever that means. Anyway, so this is about $479 US. So that's a pretty good deal for a 8 gigabyte, 128 gigabyte version. This is the $479 version that they sent me. So let's open it up. This is gonna take a second because of the vacuum in there. So come on. Ta-da, boom, nothing in the box. So let's have a quick look at the contents. First, this phone. It's a very big phone because even though the screen is 6.65 inches, it has bezels top and bottom, so this is actually physically a tall phone. Let's have a look at that in a second. And then we got a divider here. Ooh, Red Magic. Even the packaging is nice for 479 bucks, not bad. And then we got, I guess, an AC adapter in here. Ta-da! US prong, type A, probably a fast charger of some kind. We'll hold this here so you can see the specs and you freeze frame. So there's this, and then there is the cable, I guess, is in this box. Oh, and it's red and black like the previous one. Nothing else in here. So you see USB type C at one end, USB type A at the other end. So it's probably some sort of fast charger. And then we've got a little box with documentation here. So let's have a look at that. There we are. So SIM removal tool, of course. And then a bunch of Red Magic stuff. So we've got some stickers, warranty card, and then a little mini manual, tells you where everything is located. Again, nothing too crazy. So let's take a look at the phone, shall we? All right, so, ooh, some contacts too. So there's obviously some accessories that are gonna be coming along here. I can slide it out very easily like this, so that's nice. Oh yeah, it's a big phone. Whew. Just as a point of reference, this is a OnePlus 7 Pro in a case. So this is an even bigger phone, as you can see, taller. So yeah, that's pretty much what I expected considering of the top and bottom bezels, which you can kind of see here. Let me turn it on so we can see what the screen looks like. This is an AMOLED display. It is 1080p. It is 90 Hertz, very much like the ROG phone and the OnePlus I just showed you. OnePlus is Quad HD at 90 Hertz though. So this is a 90 Hertz 1080p AMOLED with, as you can see, bezels, top and bottom. Nubia privacy policy. I have to hit the more button first. Not very intuitive UI. All right, here we go. That's where I wanted to be. So it does look a little less blue on the screen than it is right now. Probably a brightness setting, but cut off icons. This is so janky. I don't know why they do that. If you're gonna make a phone with rounded corners, at least adjust the icons so they end up in the right place. Also, why such radii? The radius of the corners is way too wide. I would have done much more of a tiny rounded corners here since you have the bezel top and bottom. So as you can see, the bezel on top has a 16 megapixel camera. There's a screen protector pre-applied here. I'll remove it at some other point. And it's got the stereo speakers top and bottom because it's a gaming phone, a bit of a chin at the bottom. So that's nothing unusual. It's the same layout as last time. And then you've got, again, 6.6 inch 1080p 90 Hertz AMOLED. In the back, it's metal, but there's a little strip here that lights up just like the Red Magic Mars, with a fingerprint reader that's oblong shaped, and that 48 megapixel f/1.7 camera. It should be a pretty decent camera. I'm assuming it's a Sony IMX586. And you know, of course, there's little red accents and anodized aluminum. This is all metal build basically. You can see the fan exhaust right here. And it's going to help dissipate heat instead of glass, right? But that means also no wireless charging. So good news, on top, there is a headphone jack and nothing much else other than antenna bands. Those capacitive shoulder buttons are ultrasonic, whatever they are back. The exhaust fan, volume rocker, power lock key. Surprise, there's another thing here. Maybe that's for like a resonance cavity for bass. Screws and a USB Type-C and a primary mic, and that's it. On the left-hand side, you've got this weird connector for expansion and this slider that puts the phone into gaming mode. So you just slide this and your notifications get quieted and you get maximum performance. SIM tray is also here, probably with micro SD expansion. I would be surprised if it didn't. And so that's it, folks. This is the Nubia Red Magic 3, which is a pretty amazing price for what it is. $479 for a gaming phone with a Snapdragon 855. I'm going to remove this sticker. There's a 6GB 64 gig version, and of course the 128 I'm holding, and there's also a 10GB 256 version as well. So that's pretty cool. You get some choices, but $479 will get you this model, the 8GB 128. 5,000 milliamp hour battery. This thing should last forever. And the fan, and this is interesting. I'm not sure it'd be for me, but I think if you're a gamer and you're looking for a good alternative to the Asus ROG phone, I think you found it. This is totally going to be up your alley. So check out this phone when it's available, which should be sometime in the next few days in the US, I think. And let me know what you think in the comments, and keep an eye on the podcast where I'll be discussing this. You can also see that the fan also has something here, like there's a flash, the camera, and the fan, and the exhaust of the fan. So I guess it goes in here and out the side, or the other way around. Interesting. So yeah, check out the podcast. The podcast is where you'll hear my thoughts on these products. mobiletechpodcast.com. That's where my thoughts are about these devices. This is a complement channel to the podcast where I can show you the devices I'm reviewing and playing with. So check out mobiletechpodcast.com, and more importantly, subscribe to the podcast, subscribe to this channel, tell your friends, like this video, talk to me in the comments, all that good stuff. The podcast is also available on various platforms like Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Pocket Casts, Overcast, TuneIn Radio, Spotify, etc. Finally, I want to thank our sponsor, ProXPN. ProXPN is a VPN that lets you be private and secure wherever you go and travel. If you're on those open hotspots and you want to have some security and privacy, they're your ticket. And here's the best thing. You can get a discount by looking in the description below, 50% off to get ProXPN. So check out ProXPN, and I want to thank them for being a sponsor for a long time. And remember, 50% off in the description below. Stay tuned for more videos. Cheers, everybody.